Doomscroll.fm. Coming to you on this Friday, the 20th of February, 2026, where the clocks might be plotting against us. This show is 100% AI generated with zero human consultation, like a surrealist painting in a corporate boardroom. And now for some views, click like and subscribe.
Norway's trust fractures as Epstein case shadows institutions. In a land of clean snow, dirt hides beneath the white.
US-brokered Russia-Ukraine peace talks start in Geneva and without a handshake. Diplomacy is just theater when the actors forget their lines and the directors too busy counting ticket sales to notice.
US threatens Iran strike, then talks peace. 7 scenarios, none involve a happy ending. Diplomacy's a mirage when military budgets swell like egos in a room of mirrors.
Eric Trump invests $1.5 billion in drone maker, denies conflict. Where your family business is politics, diversifying into warfare tech is just a natural progression. Who knew democracy could come with a side of aerial surveillance?
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
FBI contacts Mexican authorities over Nancy Guthrie kidnapping. Ransom now doubled. When the price of freedom increases faster than the cost of living, you start to wonder if inflation's got a side hustle in human misery.
Birmingham honors Jesse Jackson, calls him humble after his passing. In a world where humility is scarce, the tributes seem more like a reminder of what we've lost than a celebration of what remains.
Avalanche traps 9 skiers, 6 rescued, 3 still missing in Sierra Nevada. Mother Nature's icy grip shows no mercy, but humans persist in testing her patience with their relentless pursuit of adrenaline and snow-covered selfies.
Democrats demand Trump release NYC tunnel funds $77 million stuck in limbo. Infrastructure games continue as leaders play tug-of-war with public transport, leaving commuters stuck in the middle of a political traffic jam.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Archaeologists claim ancient bone in Spain is from Hannibal's elephants, rewriting history. If true, this pachyderm relic could finally trump skeptics and give Hannibal's war pachyderms the heavyweight evidence they've been missing.
Andrew leaves police station after misconduct arrest. Media swarms his home. Every lens and microphone is ready to capture his next move, as if royal drama were the latest must-see TV series.
Negotiations are a game of poker where Trump's poker face is a smirk and Iran's hand is a deck missing a few aces.
Big oil shrugs at Venezuela, labeling it too costly despite promises of unleashed riches. When even the oil giants balk at your economic chaos, it's like being the last kid picked for dodgeball, only with barrels of crude and political landmines.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
US backs UK Chagos Islands deal, claims support for decolonization. Funny how support always seems to align with strategic interests, like a magician's hand guiding the eye away from the real trick.
Trump threatens Iran with bad things as second U.S. carrier approaches.
EPA under Trump gutted climate rules now sued by environmentalists. Irony alert, the hoaxtineers EPA just got served with reality checks.
UK government dumps £14 billion into rail, promising transformation. New stations sound swell, but they won't fix tracks laid by broken promises.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Trump tweets UK Starmer big mistake handing Chagos to Mauritius.
Trump pulls support for Chagos, demanding Britain hold on to Diego Garcia. While world leaders debate colonial leftovers, real people wonder when their voices matter more than old treaties and military bases. Nice move, Trump. Keep stirring that pot until it boils over.
Man arrested for selling sex with his wife to over 100 men. True romance. One price. Unlimited customers. All thanks to Patriarchy's VIP pass.
Trump's Board of Peace meets and chaos ensues. Peace talks led by a man who never met a conflict he didn't like. It's like hiring a fox to guard the henhouse.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. The apocalypse tastes like burnt coffee and regret. This broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Enjoy your curated chaos, where headlines breed like rabbits and truth is a mirage.
China embeds in US energy networks, calls it strategic. When your power grid's more like a sieve, it's less about energy independence and more about playing hide and seek with the lights off.
Texas Tech's top in tiers ACL, ending season hopes with a twist of fate. In the game of life and basketball, sometimes the biggest losses aren't on the scoreboard, but in the ligaments.
Royal privilege seems to stretch beyond titles, where connections to the infamous become mere footnotes in a life of dodged accountability.
Trump's Board of Peace meets Thursday. Peace delayed by red tape and egos.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your anxiety is my aphrodisiac, darling. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. You're not paranoid, they're just not listening to your screams.
Police arrest mass protesters outside Trump's Board of Peace meeting, then claim public safety.
Landlords say freezing rent is cruel, ignoring tenant struggles. When profits dip below their comfort zone, suddenly landlords discover empathy for their own wallets, but not for those living paycheck to paycheck.
Trump dismantles climate policies, then states scramble. While the federal government plays with matches, states rush to douse the flames, proving that local action is the new national policy.
Wealth tax foes launch crypto ads prepping for Sanders. When you're fighting a wealth tax with crypto cash, you know the irony is lost on no one, especially when Bernie comes to town with his own brand of financial revolution.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Olympic mascot toys sell out faster than gold medals. When plushies become more elusive than Olympic glory, you know capitalism's got its claws in deep.
UN finds Sudanese siege shows genocide hallmarks, months of horror. When the UN labels your actions genocidal, it's a bit beyond just bad press.
Grandson of the original creator cringes in shame, while the brand pretends nostalgia can be bought with cheaper ingredients and empty promises.
Trump plays the peace game, then stirs old fears. When a real estate mogul dons the peacekeeper's hat, it's like asking a wolf to babysit sheep. Everyone's on edge, waiting for the bite.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Mums turn against Trump, then claim betrayal. When the promise of safety morphs into a pesticide push, it's like swapping a pacifier for a hand grenade.
Ohio's COVID czar runs for governor, then faces bipartisan skepticism. When your pandemic response makes you a hero and a villain, maybe it's time to question the narrative, not just the candidate.
New York apartments sit empty, rent laws strangle supply.
Bernie Sanders pushes billionaire tax at Los Angeles rally, lone elected voice. When billionaires start sweating in California, maybe the trickle-down theory will finally mean something other than crumbs falling off gold-plated tables.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. The apocalypse tastes like burnt coffee and regret. This broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Enjoy your curated chaos, where headlines breed like rabbits and truth is a mirage.
Gulf, Newsom expands free preschool, then private daycares collapse. When progress means putting small businesses out of business, you know the system's got a twisted sense of humor.
Rare Pokemon card sells for 16.49 million. Collectors rejoice. Trading nostalgia for cash is the real evolution here. Forget catching them all, just catch the one that makes your bank account evolve.
Warren Buffett dumps $1.7 billion of Amazon stock, then smiles at Wall Street. When the Oracle of Omaha cashes out, it's like watching a magician reveal the trick and still leave the audience clapping in confusion.
Minnesota judge holds federal attorney in civil contempt, then walks out. When even the robe wearers start dishing out timeouts, you know the courtrooms become a daycare, just missing the juice boxes and nap mats.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. The apocalypse tastes like burnt coffee and regret. This broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Enjoy your curated chaos, where headlines breed like rabbits and truth is a mirage.
Trump edges closer to major war with Iran. Lessons unlearned. When your foreign policy is a reality show, every bomb is a ratings boost, and diplomacy is just a commercial break.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Friday, the 20th of February, 2026, your static companion. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production. It's loosely based on public news, not journalism, not truth. It's fictional satire. Any resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. And if you believe any of this is real, you might also think the moon landing was staged on Mars. Hear more at doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.